Hello, sweet souls, greetings. Welcome to Cosmic Truth Oneness, Illuminating Your True Essence. The Cosmic Truth Conference is gathering a unique panel of New Earth luminaries who will share deep, compassionate, transformational, unifying wisdom. We are invited to illuminate our true essential selves, open our hearts, come together in oneness, raising our vibration as a species, together birthing the new golden earth. Thank you for joining us. I am Lise, Ashaara, your host, and I'm delighted to welcome our guest, Sophia Christ. Welcome, Sophia.
Thank you for having me here and welcome.
Lovely, thank you. So let me introduce you to our audience. Sophia is a coach, holistic facilitator, quantum healer, and cosmic channel. Since experiencing an intense dark night of the soul, Sophia has been on a profound journey of alchemy of the body, mind, emotions, and heart to set her free from suffering and to embody profound levels of love, connecting with the purity of her soul and divine essence, walking the path of self-realization. Because of the embodiment of such profound healing, her presence alone can help you to experience healings, activations, and transformation. Her mission and passion is to help the ones ready to transition into higher states of consciousness, to walk the path of ascension, light body activation, and self realization, to reveal the light within, access deeper levels of love and purity, embody more of the divine presence, to experience joy, abundance, fulfillment, freedom, and liberation. You can find Sophia on her website, iampresentcenter.com. So, Sophia, in our conversation today, we'll deep dive into your topic, which is the doorway to access your eternal nature. So, to begin, could you start by sharing how can one embody more of their soul and higher self?
Yes, of course, thank you. To be able to embody more of the higher self, is necessary that we raise our vibrations and coming from the lower centers where we are living in the third dimension of the lower vibrations are attached to power, emotions, and survival mode. We need to raise the vibration from the heart and upper chakras to the unity and love, selflessness, wisdom, and humbleness. And to be able to do that, we need to just shift the vibration, raise into more states of love, compassion, wisdom, and the access to connect with our higher self is by activating the pineal gland, because the pineal gland allows us to connect to the divine mind, to receive downloads, to connect with the vibration of unity, and then to embody more of our higher self. So that's why it's very important to just activate it and activate the light body, activate the frequencies that allows us to raise the vibration and move out of the third dimension to access higher states of consciousness, where the fourth and fifth dimension and beyond we can just reach more, we can access different awareness and also different realms of consciousness as we are moving and ascending.
Wow. Okay. So just to unpack this, okay, you mentioned the pineal gland as really a sort of key lock to unlock to a key or a lock. I don't know which way to see it, but anyway, something which allows us to truly access those other dimension of ourselves. Is that what you think?
Yeah, of course, because then is when you can activate the soul gifts. You need to go more into the purity of the soul, which are the virtues of the soul. And this means refining over and over again all that we have, that we bring with us, our karma, our programming traumas. We need to refine all of this, connecting to the soul by refining and connecting with the virtues of the soul, which are compassion, wisdom, righteousness, purity. All these gifts allows us to connect more with our higher selves. And then the more that we raise connect with these virtues of the soul and embody them, we are able to embody more of our divine self. And yet the pineal gland allow us to activate the soul gifts, the higher sense perceptions. And once the higher sense perceptions are activated, this is when we can start seeing through different dimensions of consciousness. We can hear the sounds of the stars. We can just do amazing things like astral travel or other amazing things that are available to all of us once we refine and attune to the higher frequencies. This means that we need to keep doing the inner work to be able to access that level of it's our eternal nature. Actually, it's our divine design, is our hologram, or the original hologram, and it's about shifting the hologram we have been programmed to into the original divine design, and from there returning to our divine nature, which is who we really are.
Mm-hmm. And so you are referring to the inner work, and you are referring to the lower chakras. So what would be those this inner work that we can do to move up?
Well, purification is most of the process that allows us to go into the higher dimensions of consciousness, because we have been programmed not only for all the lifetimes that we have gone through, but also for our family lineages, all the programming, and also for the cosmic lifetimes that we have gone through as a soul. And all of this creates a package of wounds, traumas that we need to heal, we need to deprogram, because we can imagine any person, any being like an iceberg. 20%, which is outside of the water, is just the conscious mind. And the 80% is underneath of the water, which is the unconscious and subconscious mind. And this is what really controls us. We make decisions based on this programming. We make all that we think, all that we feel, all that the decisions that we make are based on this conditioning. And purification means that we need to keep doing the inner work. And this is a consistent action. This is not something that you do in one day. It's a purification constantly by just setting an everyday, a daily basis actions that allow you to keep connecting with your true self, going into the neutral state, polarizing, unifying all the polarizations that come from the emotions, the mind, the programming, the perceptions that you have. And of course, there's also different stages in which the soul goes through, and we can help people with those stages, because the first stage is about the physical body, how you purify the physical body and prepare the body to integrate more light. Then the second stage is how you integrate more of your emotions, how you balance your emotions, all the polarized. And then the next one is the mind, how you change your perceptions, how you change your belief systems, how you connect more, allow to surrender to the divine mind and go beyond the ego mind. And then the next stage is opening the heart, connecting to the love, being in the vibration of the love, in the virtues of the soul. And from that place, you can start embodying more of your divine self into the physical form, because this is about embodying into the physical form, your divine self, and expanding your light. And as you do so, you start shifting your blueprint. You start integrating a new template that allows you to live in a higher frequency. And this higher frequency is what allows you to transition from the carbon-based template into the crystalline base template. And this is the future self, the divine self that we are transitioning into in order to be able to become these divine beings, to live in this golden age, to live into this new earth that we are speaking about, that is already here. And yet we need to keep doing this inner work, because inner work means self-love. When you stop working on yourself, you are denying your highest and best expression. You are denying all that you deserve, that is already designed for you to have it. So yeah, this is important.
Yes, I love that you say that it's through ourselves that this work on ourselves that can then radiate out. And actually, what does it mean to master reality in this case, and how can we master it in a truly loveful way?
Yeah, master reality means that you master your body, your mind, your emotions, your thoughts. How do you know that you have mastered your thoughts or your emotions? When you have no triggers anymore, when you see a situation that you used to feel triggered about. And after you have done the transformation, the purification, you don't feel triggered anymore. You have compassion for the situation. You are able to see the situation, become the witness. Instead of being engaged in the situation, you are the witness, this divine presence that is in the center point in the column of light, and is able to see everything without being triggered and pulled out of this neutral state. And the way to be able to get to that place is when you feel gratitude for everything that you have gone through. When you have an experience that triggers you over and over again, it means that you need to go to another level of purification because it is not done. And this asks you to keep doing the inner work, because there's a new level you have to access to while you feel triggered. And the very moment that you feel the gratitude, you feel grateful for the teachings that you receive from that situation, the very moment that you are able to see the gift, the blessing in the situation that you went through, this is when the lesson is learned. And once the lesson is learned, it doesn't come back anymore. You have mastered this part. Mastering life means that you have mastered all aspects and all dimensions of yourself. And once you do that, you become the master of reality, because that moment you are able to manifest quite instantly. You are able to connect with the elements and have mastery over the elements, because first you surrendered. First, you surrender your ego, you connect it to your divine mind, and you allow to be a vessel of the divine mind. And then you are able to be the master of your life.
Right, I'm just taking this in, because then this reality then becomes exponential, doesn't it? Because we access more and more, and we radiate more and more. So what other changes would be necessary in this physical body to access those levels and to walk this path of self-realization?
The main changes that we need to do is to keep cultivating the light body. First, we need to activate the new template, which is the Christ template, because the Christ template is what allows us to connect to the infinite source of creation and keep attuning to this infinite supply, because we have been disconnected with that. And by being disconnected with that, we have gone through this process of degeneration, aging, and death. So we need to end this process of death and rebirth. By doing so, we need to keep raising the vibration, connect with this Christ template, activate the seals within us, and then keep building the light body. as we build the light body and we integrate the frequencies from the cosmos straight away into our body, into our light body, we start pulling out the energy from the light body into the physical body. And this is what gives us the energy that we need. We are transitioning into a place in which our bodies are more light, are more effective, are more energetic, are more subtle. So we are shifting literally our bodies from a more dense perspective into a more light perspective. And we are literally sucking from the energies from the light body into the physical body. This means we transition the way that we eat, the way that our physical body is, and we need to keep cultivating this light body. And first we have to activate all the seals, we have to activate the light body, we have to activate the new template, and then know how to keep building this light body in order to be able to just make this transition, because it's the light body that will stay when you make the transition. The physical body dissolves, but the light body always stays there. And it's about building the golden light body, and after that, the eternal light body, which is the diamond light body. So there's a transition that you keep doing as you are building up and building up your energy. And yet there's different ways to just receive energy. The highest vibration is straight from the cosmos, and it is from the crown chakra. And yet you keep receiving also energy from the light through your eyes, through the skin. You receive energy from the prana through your breath. You receive energy through the food, which is only a 10% of the energy that you already need. Only 10% is from the food. And then also from the earth, you also receive energy. So there's many sources of energy, yet we need to open the pathways for this to happen. Otherwise, we cannot receive these frequencies. We need to be aware, we need to be conscious of it. And all this means inner work, opening seals, making transitions, going to different levels of awareness, doing the path of ascension.
Mm. Yes, so you mentioned the new template. Is it the original template that we are opening to, or is it an upgraded, so to speak, template?
Well, actually, the template that we have been living through up to now was from the flower of life. This is a distorted template, because this template is what I was speaking before, that it creates distortion, death, and rebirth. This is not aligned anymore into the new earth and into this new hologram. We need to make an upgrade. It was great for what we have been living up to now, but now is outdated for what we are moving into, this golden age, this new earth is asking for us to transition into the original divine design, which is us being the immortal being, us being this divine being, us being returning to our divine nature, is activating the DNA, the strands of the DNA, activating the 24th chromosome, activating all the memories that we were disconnected from, that allowed us, didn't allow us to remember our divinity within. And this is when we gave our power away. This is when we found ourselves separate from everything. By returning, this is when we remember our divinity within, and also we remember that we are connected to the whole. We remember the unity. We see through the lens of the divine instead of through the lens of the ego. We are moving into this compassionate witness, that is this divine presence that radiates, emanates love, emanates peace, emanates just everything, abundance, source, the frequency. And this is the transition. This is the divine design, the original divine design, where we were disconnected from, and we need to activate it again to be able to return to that state, which is where we come from, or I call it is home.
Mm.
And this is when you feel you already feel complete, when you feel the work is done, already done, at least ending the suffering. Of course, there's always new upgrades, there's new evolutions, when that evolution never ends. But the most important thing is shifting from suffering into unity consciousness. This is the most important thing. And from that place, everything will be different. This is what we want. Every one of us wants to end suffering. And this means to do inner work.
You also referred to the crystalline body, and of course, you are Sophia Christ, and we know that we are living through this age of Christ, the new Christ. So I don't know how to say this, but what is the relation between the Christ body, the Christ consciousness, and this new template? I mean, this divine template. It's the same.
Yes, of course, the Christ consciousness is returning to this divine template, which is the Christ consciousness is the source connection to the endless infinite source that never ends. It's returning back to this unity of the Christos Sophia, which is the divine masculine, divine feminine, is all that has been in polarity and duality, is returning back to that state of unification and unity. And when you are merging both aspects of duality into unity, you become whole. And from here, you connect straight to source. You don't need a third source that gives you the energy, that gives you everything that you need. You are this divine being. You are this source of energy. Source is within you, is outside of you, is all around you. You become one and whole with everything. And you are attached completely to the source of endless energy. That's why this is the transition into the immortal path. Because this is when you are connected to the source of infinite light and love and frequency and abundance, everything is inside of you. And once you are in this process in which you are dissolving the old templates, then you are self-regenerating all the time. And this requires an alchemical process that goes internally. And of course, to reach that level of alchemy that happens internally, you need to know how to do it. You need to cultivate that light. This means a lot of purification. This means to be completely in a state of purity, neutrality, righteousness. Keep doing this inner work of cultivating this light, this inner alchemy, and then literally the cells, literally the organs, literally the DNA is shifting and changing and transitioning into this new template. And you start creating what is called the Amrita. The Amrita is this liquid that is created into the pineal gland and then expands into the whole body to be able to start activating the immortal body. Yet this is a process that is at the end of the journey. First, you need to go through all the stages. And this requires constant inner work. This requires, of course, opening the seals, opening the doors, keep cultivating this light, balancing the frequencies, balancing the emotions, the mind, everything, all the projections that you have, this iceberg that we were talking about. But yes, at the end, the last stage is this inner alchemy that starts activating your immortal body. And at the end of all this purification, then the shift occurs naturally. Yet this keeps building up and building up all this process.
So it's both natural and also something that we I don't like control, but we create on a conscious manner, is it? Or because we have to be aware of it, otherwise it will not happen, right? I mean, this transformation does not really trigger.
Yeah, so the most important thing is consciousness. We need to be aware of all these processes and do it in a conscious way. It doesn't happen if you do not connect. So yeah, of course, you need to be with someone that has gone through the path, because they can tell you how to do the steps that come forward. Activate the seals that are needed. This shift, this new hologram, this new template needs to be activated. So something that you cannot access if you haven't gone through the journey before. And then know what are the steps to be able to garner all this light, how to build the light body, how to do all this process. And also because as we are transitioning into this new golden age, the journey is about community, the journey is about unity, the journey is about gathering in communities and building up together, because we expand the energy. And if you are with someone that has gone through the journey, it is encoded in their energy. And therefore, they can help you to access the pinpoints that are necessary to guide you into the steps that you need to go through and build up the energy through the transmissions that can bring through. This is very important. And yes, understanding that we are transitioning into an age that it's about community, it's about gathering, it's about building up together, because then we exponentially evolve. And yes, we need activations that are disconnecting parts of us that no longer serves us, activates part of us that we need to activate. And then, of course, this is the inner work of keep building up the light body, to be able to, at the end of the journey in a natural form, to make the transition. But this, at the end, you have gone through all the stages of activation, you have gone through all the stages of keep building up the light body, keep doing the purification work. And at the end, it's just 1% that makes the transition. The 98% is your inner work that you have gone consistently. And yet, it pays off 1,000%, 1,000,000% to do the inner work, because you keep aligning more and more of who you are in the purity of who you are, and you are magnetizing every time more and more, because your heart is expanding, is opening this toroidal field that is a magnet and is attracting to you everything. So the more that you are raising your vibration and your frequency, you are emanating of an energy that comes back to you, multiplied every time faster and faster, because your frequency is faster, and manifestation happens every time quicker and quicker and quicker. So the more that you purify your body, your energy, your mind, your thoughts, the faster manifestation occurs in your life. And then, of course, you want to manifest the good things in life. This means all goes together. It's about becoming this righteousness person, that everything that emanates come back to you in the same shape and form, because we always attract what we are, even when we are in the lower vibration. So every time that we feel resistance in life, we feel issues, problems, challenges, this is where we are. This is what we are emanating, and comes back as a mirror. And the mirror is telling us what we need to purify, what we were not aware that it was inside of us. Maybe this challenge, this person that is doing something upon you and you feel triggered or you feel a victim, is actually telling you, look, this is what is inside of you that you were not able to see. And again, the solution is blessing the situation, understanding that's a gift, and accepting the gift, and going through the process of forgiveness and the process of gratitude to be able to complete the lesson and move on to the next level and keep evolving and keep purifying. And the more you purify, the more you become the light and the love that you already are, the more you connect to your divine self, the more you are guided for your divine self, the more you feel this love of the divine coming through you, you are in a more consistent state, in this place of peace, of harmony. You are not pulled back from that place of neutrality. And this is a good place where to be. It's a beautiful place where to manifest and create and live and experience reality from that place. So it's a beautiful place where to go.
Yes, I can You can see and feel this golden place because it is also all this light and all this beauty. And so to to speak about a little bit more about this 5D consciousness, or whatever we can call it, Christ consciousness. Um, um, it is accessible to us. It is here already, right?
Well, actually, yes, we are in a window in which all of us are invited to go through this process of ascension. And it's for all of us. We already completed the Piscean age in 2020. We opened and started with the Aquarian age, and the Aquarian age is about unconditional love. It's so the frequency that is coming through the cosmos, that is coming through the grids of the earth, the earth is already ascended, and the frequency that the earth and the cosmos is bringing us, it sends us the codes inside of our DNA for us to shift into this new paradigm. Of course, the frequency is that you can choose to do it or not. It depends on you, because if you choose not, of course, you are going to suffer a lot. All of us are going to just go through the process of purification. If you are not attuned to this unconditional love, every aspect of your life that is not in alignment will break down, will crash. Something will happen in your life that you will feel the experience, this isn't working anymore. So what do you do then with it? You can keep just pushing against the current of light that is coming through, or you can say, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to awake. I'm going to raise my vibration. I'm going to do something to change my experience in life, because I see that it doesn't work anymore. And this is what is happening right now. The world, it seems that everything is chaos, and it's because the templates has already changed. The frequency tells us that the way that we used to do things before, giving our power away, power over, power under, this is not going to work anymore. No matter how much we try, and maybe in the past it worked, it won't work anymore. And this is where the forced awakening for everybody is happening. Not everybody is ready for this awakening, or not everybody wants to, and this is where our conscious choice is, when we can choose, are we want to move into this new golden age or not? We can choose, of course. We are forced to move on because the earth is moving into this new ascension process. And then what is happening right now, this year and next year, is the split of the worlds, in which the earth is ascending, and the ones that are choosing the ascension are going to move into this new earth. And the ones that are not choosing it because they are not ready, because maybe are the younger souls that need more lessons to learn, wherever it is that is happening, there will be the old earth for them to keep evolving and to keep learning from density, from 3D, from the experience of suffering. But for many of us, suffering is done. We want something new. We want just to shift into the new paradigm and end about suffering, all of it. So everything is here right now, this year, next year. We are there, we are experiencing, even if the world seems that there's so much chaos, it's because it's like when you are rebuilding your house, and first you are just breaking down the old kitchen, the old bathroom, but you are rebuilding the new one. You know that something good is coming, and you are happy for the rebuilding of everything. You know the outcome. And this time it seems that we don't know the outcome, but the outcome is amazing, is what we wanted. It's light, it's love, it's unity, it's expansion, it's beauty, it's abundance, it's everything that we always desired.
Thank you for all this energy and this enthusiasm, which is God-given, because enthusiasm, as you know, is from God. It's really great to feel this, also this empowerment, because it's all about our choice and our liberation, and also our pace, because obviously not all of us are moving at the same. I mean, we are not at the same stage, all of us, but each of us, but still as a collective, I think we are building up and creating this new template.
Yeah. And some people then will shift completely into this new paradigm in this lifetime because they have done the work previously and they are ready, their frequency is already high. And some others, they will need some other lifetimes to access the complete shift. It's okay. So the path is for everyone to do it at their own, their journey is unique and every journey is perfect. It's about the only conscious choice, are you going to join to this new paradigm or not? Because as the earth is moving through the cosmos and we are shifting, there's a lot of alignments that are happening right now. The earth is going through the ecliptic, and the ecliptic is at the same time moving into the bigger ecliptic, and all we are aligned with the source, with the heart of all the cluster of galaxies. We are receiving the frequency straight from source, and we are in this sheet and these currents of light that are coming through. And it's now is the time, not tomorrow, not next year, not in another lifetime. Now is when we are going as a collective, as humanity, into this shift. And it's amazing, because a lot of us that we have done so much purification for so long, we are already feeling and sensing that these frequencies of unity, of beauty, of love that are here, even if we can only see the chaos in the external reality. Actually, as the old world is crumbling, the new world is emerging, and it's happening simultaneously. So it's about, where are you going to place your awareness? Where are you going to place your focus? In what is building or in what is crumbling? Because you are going to experience more of the same. So choose to see love, choose to vibrate in love, choose to give love and receive love. Because this is the big shift from living in the lower vibration on the higher vibrations or the higher chakras. From the lower chakras is what I get from the world, what I get from everybody. When you are living from the heart and upper, you are into this connection with the heart. You just want to give, because life was designed to give. And it's, how can I give to others? How can I be in service? How can I create a better world? How can I make it better than it was yesterday? As we are, as a collective, shifting into this new frequency, the world can only be an incredible place. When all of us are thinking, how can we best serve the world, it will be amazing, because this is how life has been designed. The sun just gives, because it's its nature. Nature does the same. A tree does all that it has, the apples or wherever it is, it does itself completely. It doesn't say, I'm going to give you just one apple. It gives itself. Everything in nature teaches us to do that. And we are shifting into this new template, this new earth, this new consciousness, in which we understand that what really fulfills us is give. Is give all that we have, because the more that we give, the more that we receive. Is this toroidal field that I was explaining. The more that you give, the more that you receive, and it keeps coming back and is expanding. So it's experiencing life in itself in this new divine design that is ever expanding, ever increasing, ever emanating and self-sustaining itself. You don't need external sources. You are the source of all this eternal energy that is giving out constantly.
Well, Sophia, I think it's a beautiful conclusion that you shared now to this conversation. Thank you for bringing all those wisdom. And you are also offering a free gift to the audience. You are offering a program or meditation which is called the doorway to access your eternal nature. Can you tell us about it?
Yes. My free gift is, first of all, how we can decalcify this pineal gland to be able to start tapping into more of the higher senses. So there's certain ways of being that creates this calcification of the pineal gland, and the more calcified it is, the less we can tap into these higher realms of consciousness. So the first and most important thing is how we change our habits, how we know what is beneficial for us and what is not beneficial for us, to start changing the habits so that this pineal gland that is calcified starts to return to its nature. It's like it becomes a raisin and needs to just bring back to its form so that it can just receive more light and activate more light. So my free gift is for people to understand what is the behaviors and all the things that we do that it calcifies more, and therefore it disconnects us from what we want to achieve. And then what can we do to reverse that? And of course, then after that, there's the course, the program that I'm going to do. This is this building of the light body, this new template, these activations of the different seals that we are speaking about, that is necessary for keep building up this new template and transitioning into this new divine self. And this requires some upgrades, some activations. It requires some information that one need to be aware of. And this is, of course, it takes a while to receive all this information. There's a lot of information there. There's a lot of activations. There's a lot of processes that help you to move into this state and keep building up the light body. So the first thing is the free gift, is how we start shifting little things in our lives so that we can just start activating our pineal gland to be able to just make this shift and start tuning into these subtle frequencies that when we are in the lower vibrations, we are completely disconnected from this. We are only experiencing from the physical senses, and our physical senses are limited in a range of frequency. So all that is out of this range of frequency, we are not able to experience. If we want to experience that, we need to expand our capacity to see and feel beyond the physical senses. This is when the pineal gland falls into place. And this is what we need to activate and build upon and upon to be able to then shift into higher levels of consciousness. So this is the first part. And then, of course, there will be more information that will be sent after that with more. There's a lot of information that we can bring with a heart-mind connection to have this full brain coherence so that we can experience this state of unity. All of this will be explained into this program and all the activations that we are going to offer after that.
Beautiful. Thank you for explaining all this, and thank you again for all this wisdom that you shared. Sophia Christ, thank you again. And thank you to the audience for being here. I'm sure you received so much high energy from this conversation. Thank you again. Goodbye.